Strong right. Strong right. Strong
Middle.
right.
These two. Set.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go.
Second down following the run.
Good job, D. Good job. Good stop, baby. Good
And the
stop.
D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
All right, here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll go again with Bell. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Check.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Set.
45.
Middle.
45. Mike, 45.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. 30. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Check nickel.
Ready.
Watch
Let's
98.
go.
Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Hey, rip lance.
A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
11.
Kill.
Tuesday. Ready. Hey, Tuesday.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 20, 10, 5, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, 66 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Focus.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Set. Block 80.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Set.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's got some space here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 58 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles, the backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Hey, let's go. 54, South. 54, South.
Crash.
Ready. 280.
Yeah, baby.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Didn't knock it free, but, boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
21.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a pickup of 17 there, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Blue 80. 11.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
21. 51, South.
Run. Yeah, baby. Boom.
51.
Freeman again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Yo.
Ready. Hey, Tuesday.
From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 57 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Roethlisberger will throw. Out left side here to Bryant. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Right. Watch tight end.
Hey, alert,
4 down.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Man left, man
My
left.
name's Mike. Hey! Side! Blue 30!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Watch 89. Watch
50.
89.
Focus. Set!
We got trips over here. Trips over here. That's over.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Left fire.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. 4th down, here's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
180.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Final play of the half, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out come the Falcons now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still...
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20, 10, 5, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, 82 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Short boot, taken at the 21. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump-off. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
3 down.
Here we go. Middle. Left.
Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Deuce.
Let's go. Flash.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Third down and 3.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Set. White 80.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Alert.
The play clock's running down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Martavis Bryant, 51 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Gun. Ready. Hey, let's go.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, wait. Ready. Black 20. Check. Hey, check. 59, ready. 51, sub.
Undercrush.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Let's go.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Get up.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Bud Dupree from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
12.
He's crashing.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. That is caught at the 7. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. First down and goal to go from the 7.
He's scared.
On. 21.
He's coming. Double up. Double
Ready.
up.
Check, check.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And oh, he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he finds McDonald. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Big. Blue 30 is right. Set. Blue 30.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Check 50. Check 50.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bryant. Martavis Bryant. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Check.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He finds Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
Hey, wait.
All day.
58.
Woo! Let's get it.
Let's go.
Check your hot read.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Kill.
Ready.
Watch 98.
25.
Watch 98.
Gun.
98's the mic.
Wait.
I got wide.
Ready. Space.
Check. Crunch.
On.
Crunch. Big edge.
Now Ryan on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
11, 54. Gun.
Watch the shoot.
Ready. Hey, south.
Check.
Ready. Go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he powers his way up past the 30. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Easy, easy.
Silver,
Side.
silver.
White 80.
Again, it's Bell. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, alert.
Three.
Black 20. No spacing.
No. Oh,
Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Roethlisberger. Unable to corral him. He fights through. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
tight end.
Gun.
We got three,
Get up.
fellas. We got 3.
There we go.
Kill. Turn up.
Hey, 50.
Kill. Turn up.
Ready to go.
Here's Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Ready. Wait.
3 down.
Throwing now is Ryan.
Under 10.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field, set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
White 25, 58.
First throw in overtime now for Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Falcons on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check.
Let's go.
Check out. Hot.
Get up. White.
Check
20, 25.
Jam.
Let's go.
Jam.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Outside's coming. Outside's coming.
Fresh set of downs here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Right hash, right hash.
198.
Get out. 198.
On first down, Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Watch right. Watch right. Watch right.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
Rush in. Rush in.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Crash down. Crash. Run. Woo-hoo-hoo. He wasn't ready.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down.
Get up.
I got 11.
Hey, wait.
Drop deep.
Gun.
Deuce.
Right. Get up.
Shift.
20.
Shift.
Ready.
From the shotgun, Ryan.
Slam.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, it definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one. And to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone,